And the fact of the matter is that I had filed 3 sexual harassment cases against the person. Despite that, all she had to do was point a finger, and I suffered.
So let's talk about the tough time that you've
Yeah.
gone through.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to ask any questions right
Sure.
now. I know it was traumatic
Yeah.
and it was a very bad experience.
Yes.
So I just want you to take the camera and I want you to address all the men out there and address this issue because it's very unfair what happened to you.
Yeah.
And being as a woman, I feel ashamed of what that
The person did.
person did.
But that's it takes all sorts of people to form the society. My only submission to everyone that's watching this is: do not be quick to judge. Do not behave like a lynch mob. Social media gives you the tool to be able to express yourself. That does not also give you the right to lynch someone for something that you don't know. So before you decide to color someone black or any other shade of red, blue, green, whatever, be cognizant of the fact that there is somebody that's suffering on account of this, and you need to know the truth. For one. Secondly, do not sit on value judgments very quickly to say, well, this is a feminist movement, this is misandry, misogyny. None of that. Because if one woman wronged me, there are 500 women that stood by me to support me for what was right. And which is the proof of the pudding that it's not that you can't you can't take one broad stroke and paint everyone in the same color. This is happening. Unfortunately, I was the guy has brought it into the spotlight. But after I've come into the spotlight and we've started this Men Too movement, we realize there are thousands and thousands of really bad stories of people really suffering on account of this. Those stories are unheard of, which is the pledge that I took at Azad Maidan, that it ends with me now. If I need to be the voice of all the people that are suffering, then so be it. And in tune to that, I've written a book called Holy Cow. I think we should be out. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And why it's called Holy Cow is something that you'll have to read the book to understand.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it's a telling commentary on how the system is failing. The judge in Supreme Court has said it's called legal terrorism. The idea is you can just point a finger at someone and ruin their life.
Yeah.
That's all it takes in this country, and the laws are not. So it's a very ambiguous law, which is being used for vendetta, blackmail, extortion, or a relationship gone sour, and you're then taking it out on the person by saying, hey, well, it empowers me. And my submission to most people is I don't want to lean left or right. I don't want to see men are right or women are right or whoever. Center is where we both coexist with love and affection. And we call what is wrong wrong and what is right right. And when we are aiming for an egalitarian society, then we've got to understand and address this malaise before it becomes too big. Because we've always said that 5,000 years we've had patriarchy, where women have not we have been at the receiving end of some really really bad systems or that. But the minute you are empowered, if you start to use it, then there's no difference between how life has been and how you're treating that power. That power should not drive you to that insanity where you can ruin someone's life. And trust me, this book is a very brutal account on how things are and how bad things are. So we've all, for our collective conscience and for our society to really, for our families to be okay. Like, for example, what happened to me, the telling effect was on my mother, on my sister, on my entire clan of women that were very supportive and said, well, they knew on day one that this is wrong. And the fact of the matter is that I had filed 3 sexual harassment cases against the person. Despite that, all she had to do was point a finger, and I suffered. So it has to end with me. So as much awareness as you can create, let's do that.
So if people who have such kind of stories, so where do they
Also, we have a Twitter hashtag called Men2, and we've also got a lot of men's rights activists like the Vastra Foundation. So one thing that I'm doing with this particular book is that the proceeds of the book are going towards helping men who are not able to fight cases because they don't have money. Some people languishing in prison because they don't have 5,000 rupees for bail money. Some people don't have legal representation because they don't have the money to afford lawyers. So all the proceeds of this book are going to go towards that charitable.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very
yeah.
nice.
So so join in on Twitter, and if you have a story, express it. Don't hide it. It's not going away. It's not going to go away unless you make yourself heard. We are there on Twitter. Like I said, I'm there on Twitter. I have a Twitter handle. I'm Karan Oberoi, and there are many people. Pooja is and we're also filing a public interest litigation. I think end of this month. To bring the government awareness around. There's a song that I've done called Rishton Ka Vyapar. Just type it on YouTube. So that song was something that I wrote after I got out, when I realized that this is how bad things were. And if you read, if you see that, I mean, I'm share the one of us can share the link with you. Please put it on your social media forums.
Yes, I'll do that.
See the stories in the background. We've taken clips of across India, and there are some gut wrenching stories there. It'll break your heart to know that this is what's going on. So it's called Rishton Ka Vyapar.
Okay.
Have a look at it, and it'll tell you something.